Team deathmatch. Rangers lead the way.
Have you wondered that we got Modern Warfare 2 campaign only remastered like a little bit over 2 years ago, and we're still waiting for the multiplayer remastered? Where the hell is the multiplayer? Well, let me tell you where it is. MW2 Multiplayer Remastered is ready to go, but they're keeping it in a vault somewhere to save their asses when they need to. That occasion, it was supposed to be this year, ladies and gentlemen, because Modern Warfare 2 is absolute garbage, and people were not supposed... People are not supposed to make of Modern Warfare 2 the fastest selling Call of Duty game of all time. That's how dumb most Call of Duty players are, because they couldn't see that the game was gonna be shit. I mean, I could see that from a mile away, but maybe that's because I'm a... You know, maybe that's because I'm an old school Call of Duty player, and I was gonna say Call of Duty Puppet, and I've been here since Call of Duty 4. And this was the first year I decided to say, nope, I'm not giving my money to these guys because this Call of Duty is an abomination. The multiplayer of MW2, ladies and gentlemen, was supposed to happen this year. If Modern Warfare 2 had failed, they would most likely, because this is a 2-year game, they would have most likely released MW2 Remastered to save their asses. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about two quality games that share the same name, Modern Warfare 2. The old one, I call it MW2 because, you know, that game demands respect. It is a masterpiece. And the new one is called MW2, but I have no respect over it, so I called it Modern Warfare 2, also because Infinity Board has some sort of weird fetish for doors, and the game's a joke. That's the bottom line. And pretty much we're talking about two different eras. We're talking about two different studios, even though they're both called Infinity Ward. Back in the day, the real Infinity Ward cared about making the best Call of Duty game of all time, and that's what they did. In 2 years, they made the game in 2 years with a couple hundred developers, and they were working on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. They were able to deliver us a complete game on day one with everything we needed, with a bunch of guns, a bunch of maps, and overall a great quality product. On the other side, you have Modern Warfare 2 made by, as I said, Infinity Ward, but I have no respect for this Infinity Ward, so I call it I call them Infinity Board, and they had 3 years to make Modern Warfare 2. 3,000 developers, the best tools possible at their disposal, and all they did, what they gave us, was the middle finger. Everything that was bad in Modern Warfare 1, everything we said, hey, we don't want that back, in Modern Warfare 2, you better not bring that shit back. They did bring it back. They didn't care about our opinion. They showed us the middle finger. They gave us on day one an unfinished, unpolished, incomplete, hide and seek camping simulator. Boring as hell. A game that punishes people for moving around. A game full of bugs with things that were broken, that were perfectly fine, but they decided to, you know, break them for some reason and make them boring. MW2 is a much better game, and the reason why it's so much better, ladies and gentlemen, number one, this is so easy. I'm feeling nostalgic today. I'm feeling like talking about MW2 and why it's so much better than Modern Warfare 2. First of all, MW2 is fun and fast-paced because it has a great connection and a great hit detection. The gunfights feel amazing in MW2. You know why they feel amazing? Because people didn't have unlimited sprint by default, because there was no sliding. Therefore, in the middle of gunfights, people didn't start moving around like crazy, super fast like crazy. That's another reason why the gunfights feel weird in Modern Warfare 2. It's because people move faster nowadays. Back in the day, you could move faster, but you had to select the speed perks. If you were selecting the speed perks, if you wanted to be faster, then you couldn't do other things. You know, it's like back in the day you had to use your brain for a lot of these things, and I miss that because not everybody wanted to be fast, and therefore, people were not moving like crazy, jumping around and sliding like crazy in the middle of gunfights, and it just made MW2 feel great in terms of gunfights. Also, there was no skill-based matchmaking back in MW2, therefore, it was enjoyable. You would come home, you would slay a bunch of noobs, and you would feel great. Back in the day, lobbies were put together based on connection, and the game would then balance the teams that were in the lobby. While in Modern Warfare 2, you gotta sweat 24/7. If you're a good player, good luck with that. It's like you're playing a competitive match 24/7. That's why a lot of people reverse boost so they can look bad and play a couple of games against bad people. You come from work, you work like 9, 10, 12 hours, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to have some fun playing Call of Duty, but you gotta sweat. That's not fun. That's why MW2, that's the only reason why MW2 was so fun back in the day. Also, MW2 had red dots on the minimap. It is something that keeps the game fast-paced. No one asked Infinity Board to remove red dots in Modern Warfare 1. We were like, hey, we want the red dots back. What did they do? In Modern Warfare 2, they showed you the middle finger and there was still no red dots. It's like, who decided that we didn't want red dots on the minimap? If we don't want to show up as a red dot on the minimap, we can use a silencer, we can use Ghost, and we can use the counter UAV. No one told them to take that decision for us. In MW2, sure, the game's fast-paced because you got red dots, people are moving around, it keeps the game moving around. While in Modern Warfare 2, you don't have red dots, and what happens? Well, it's like you're playing hide-and-seek, and it also forces people to spam UAVs 24/7, so you spend half of the game shooting down UAVs. Hey, that's a lot of fun. And then we have the Creator class. The Creator class is actually quite similar in both games, which is weird because Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to be the most innovative, most advanced Call of Duty game of all time. It was supposed to have like a pick-10 system, like in Infinite Warfare, or a Creator class like we had in Call of Duty Ghosts. But no, it has a Creator class that is old as hell, that is super boring for a super advanced Call of Duty game. In MW2, the Creator class kind of helped the game stay fun and fast-paced because you could only choose one attachment for your primary, you could only choose one attachment for your secondary, and that forced people to use their brain. That forced people to make hard choices because, if you wanted to be silent, sure, you could use the UAV, but maybe if your gun had bad iron sights, you had to use the red dot to stay more accurate. Maybe if your gun shot very fast, you had to use extended mag so that you didn't have to reload quite often. So because you only had one attachment for your primary, one for your secondary, not everybody used the silencer. Therefore, there were a lot of people not using the silencer. Therefore, there were a lot of red dots. Therefore, the game was fast-paced. The game was fun because you could see where people are when they shot their gun. In Modern Warfare 2, you have 5 attachments for your primary, 5 attachments for your secondary. Can you imagine if we had 5 attachments for your primary and secondary in MW2? Literally everybody would use a silencer, a red dot, a grip, extended mags, and a stock or whatever, and then we would have no red dots. What is that? Why did it make it so easy for people? 5 attachments is overkill. 5 attachments is way too much. I am glad we only had 1 attachment slot in MW2. Sure, you could have 2 attachments if you used the perk bling, but then you couldn't use cold blooded, you couldn't use stopping power, you couldn't use hardline and stuff like that. Then we have the perks. Oh my lord! The perks were amazing in MW2, especially because we had dead silence, right? With dead silence, your footsteps are silent, you can move around, there's nothing stopping you. You don't have to worry about getting sound heard from a mile away. And also, the footsteps were not that loud if we're not using Ninja in MW2, so that, that was pretty cool. I feel that you could play without Ninja. While in Modern Warfare 2, good luck with that. There's no dead silence. As soon as you try to move around, you get sound heard by every single nerd across the map. It's impossible to move around in Modern Warfare 2. That's why I call it a hide-and-seek simulator, a camping simulator. We had pro perks in MW2. Pro perks were amazing because, it was another thing that kept you entertained playing the game for longer because you wanted to make your perks better. I love that about the perks in MW2. Then we have the maps. The maps, I mean, we had a ton of maps in MW2 on day one. I mean, we had like, what, 14 maps? The maps were amazing. Everybody loves the maps from MW2. Everybody hates the maps from Modern Warfare 2. They're shit. And the thing is that was fun is that the maps from MW2, they were quite big and they had a lot of safe spaces, but they worked in MW2. You know why they worked? Because we had red dots, because we had dead silence, because we had no doors stopping us from moving around, because there was no mounting, there was no leaning, and, you know, there was no skill-based matchmaking. I mean, the maps worked in MW2. They will now work in Modern Warfare 2 because the game is boring. Because the game, as I said, has no red dots, it has no dead silence, everybody's using silencers, you got doors all over the place, people are sound whoring doors opening and closing, there's claymores behind doors, there's campers behind claymores that are behind doors, there's mounting, there's leaning. You know, the same maps would not play the same because we're talking about two completely different games. Then we also have I was gonna say the doors. Then we also have the guns. Oh my god, the guns from MW2. They feel so amazing. As I said, they feel amazing because the gunfights feel amazing. People don't move as fast in MW2 as they move in Modern Warfare 2. You know, everybody's jumping around and sliding, whatever. It's crazy. The gunfights get weird. That didn't happen in MW2. All guns were useful. You know, ACR, MP5, P90, M4, SCAR, FAMAS, FAL, AK-47, SPAS 12, A12, Intervention, 50 cal, you know, all kinds of pistols, all kinds of machine pistols, Riot Shield, the Noob Tube was OP, the shotgun attachment. We had all kinds of guns, and all of them were useful. I love them. And another thing that was pretty cool about the guns in MW2 is that we had all kinds of akimbo guns. We had like 5 akimbo SMGs, like 3 akimbo shotguns or 4, 5 akimbo pistols, 5 akimbo machine pistols or 4. I mean, it was crazy, all kinds of akimbos. We got nothing of that in Modern Warfare 2. It's boring as hell. And then we also have a lot of playstyles back in MW2, as I said, because there was no skill-based matchmaking, so people had more fun. In Modern Warfare 2, it's like people are playing for their lives. You got two types of players, two types of playstyles. The campers and the creepers. In MW2 you had the knifers, you know, playing like Only Me Blade with the tactical knife, marathon, lightweight, commando. You had the riot shielders, aka the Spartan beasts, throwing knives. You had the quick scopers with the ghillie suit, using the intervention, doing 360 no scopes and whatever. You had the shotgunners running around with the SPAS 12 like Sandy Ravage. You had the akimbo guys. You had, you know, the campers with the ACRs. You had the noob tubers, as I said, they were OP. You had the rushers with the UMP45s. I mean, all kinds of playstyles. But that's because, as I said, MW2 was fun, people had more fun, and in Modern Warfare 2, it's like people are playing for their lives. It's crazy. And I also miss the factions. From MW2, we had factions that were pretty cool. First of all, the voice acting of the factions was spot on, completely crazy. We had the Spetsnaz, the Rangers, the Task 141, the Marines. I mean, it was crazy, man. It actually made the game feel more organized. It actually looked like a battle between two different teams. And as I said, the voice acting was insane in MW2. The Russians from Spetsnaz screaming, "Enemy HU-130 above!" You know, with the Russian accent. You had the Rangers. When playing as a Ranger, you know, I love the announcer saying, "Rangers, lead the way." I mean, it made you feel like a Ranger. You actually thought you were a real Ranger, and it made you feel badass. While in Modern Warfare 2, you know, you don't have, you know, these awesome factions, and you know, everybody's using different skins. You know, we didn't have skins back in the day, but yeah, you know, this happens because people don't mind paying $20 for a skin, and well, a skin they can't even see unless they're playing third-person mode. And you know, it is what it is. You know, it doesn't make the game feel as badass as Modern Warfare 2. And then we also have the killstreaks. I will have to say that the killstreaks are very similar in both games, but the killstreaks from MW2 take the win because they were more enjoyable and easier to get, and the attention to detail in MW2 was crazy. For example, in MW2, when you get a killstreak, I love it when it pops on the screen like UAV 3 killstreak, Pavlo 3 killstreak, Harrier 3 killstreak. It looks good. It looks amazing. Like when you get a killstreak and it's waiting for you to release it, it has, you know, first of all, it's yellow and it's doing its own animation. Every single killstreak has its own animation and it's waiting there for you to call it in. It's moving around like trying to get your attention. Hey, don't forget about me. Use me. Abuse me. I also miss you know, when killstreaks did awesome things in MW2, like for example the Harrier would take down by itself attack helicopters, payflows, and chopper gunners. You could destroy every single killstreak in MW2 pretty much with the Predator missile. That was crazy. You could get 4 care packages with the emergency airdrop, and you could see what was inside your care packages. So you would immediately grab the good stuff, and you would leave the bad stuff like the ammo crates and the UAVs for your teammates. That was freaking amazing. And you know, when it comes to attention to detail, I also love everything on the screen. Besides, as I mentioned, you know, when you get a killstreak, it pops on the screen. Boom, Harrier, Pavlo, 9 killstreak. You know, the guy says your Pavlo is waiting for launch, or your AC-130 is waiting for launch, whatever. That's badass, man. And like your equipment on the screen, it has colors, like your stun grenade is blue, your throwing knife has red, the kill feed is amazing. It's, you know, it has a very good size, and you literally have one emblem for everything that is lethal in the game. Like the riot shield on the kill feed looks awesome. It has the shield with a skull inside and blood around it. The throwing knife is also pretty cool. It also has blood around it. I mean, that's what I call attention to detail. While in Modern Warfare 2, everything on the screen looks boring. Like you put one next to each other and the information you have on the screen in MW2 is awesome to look at, and all the information you have on the screen from Modern Warfare 2 is white, bland, and boring. Also, the menus are easier to navigate in Modern Warfare 2. A lot of people complain about the menus from Modern Warfare 2, that they look ugly and are boring and hard to navigate. And finally, we have the emblems and the calling cards from MW2 that are absolutely amazing. I could care less. Does Modern Warfare 2 even have emblems and calling cards? I don't even know. But they were amazing. You had so many in MW2. So there were a lot of things in MW2 that kept you entertained on the long run, like getting all the emblems, getting all the calling cards, getting all the camos, getting all the pro perks. MW2, it's crazy. It was made in 2 years by a couple hundred people, and it had so much content, while Modern Warfare 2 was made by 3,000 people in 3 years with the best tools ever. They had the best tools ever at their disposal, and they gave us a shitty, boring camping simulator. They didn't care about our opinion, and the game came out incomplete with, you know, a bunch of bugs, with a bunch of missing features, and still people fell for it. They bought the game and they made of the game the fastest selling Call of Duty game of all time. That's like, I cannot get that out of my head. How could the Call of Duty puppets be so dumb? I'm not saying that everybody who plays Call of Duty is a Call of Duty puppet, but the people that fell for Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you're a Call of Duty puppet. What else can I call you? We were supposed to get, the game was supposed to fail. They were supposed to do whatever we wanted to make of Modern Warfare 2 a good game, and we were supposed to get Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Trust me, it's ready to go. It's hidden in a vault to save their lives when they get in trouble. And that was supposed to be this year, man. You failed, Call of Duty puppets. You failed on us, on all of us. That's all I got for you today. Man, I was feeling nostalgic today, man. I really love MW2, and I really wanted to talk about it for some reason today. Why it's so much better than Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, that's all I got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you spank that like button, drop a comment, and let me just say this. MW2 was not perfect because of the noob tubes, because of the boosters with the tactical insertion, but it was much better, much more fun than Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 plays like shit, it's boring and whatever, but the graphics are amazing, the animations are amazing. I gotta give that to Modern Warfare 2. That's all I got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.